The people side of being effective with these kinds of programs, again, I think is equally important. And we kind of think about that, people, process, and technology triumvirate, right? Everyone inside a business needs to work together in the same way that David Bowie and Queen wrote Under Pressure, although probably with a lot less red wine. Everyone inside an organization needs to sit in a room together, regardless of department, and say, these are the initiatives important to my organization. Here's how data pertains to this initiative. How do we all work together? Because the funny thing is when you think about it, every business is a data business. There are organizations inside large enterprise that own certain aspects of data, but it's, 2022. Everyone's an analyst. Everyone's doing reporting. No one is directly in charge of digital analytics inside most organizations. So winning requires collaboration. That means we need to make data democratic inside a business. And some of this content is from, again, if you go to some previous webinars and talks, this goes back to the 4Cs approach to digital analytics that we've successfully helped clients roll out over the last decade or so. And it's important to sit back and think, regardless of whether or not you have a chief data officer, that data really is a team sport. And the four, in my opinion, stakeholder groups that are critical to data democracy are the IT organization, the business users, and the marketers. People who own campaigns, own initiatives, have to take action and show results in the business. We've also got those legacy data organizations inside the business. It could be the data science team. It could be the DB team, the BI organization, and obviously the executive team, who all want to execute change and hit the high level numbers for the organization. All four of these groups of people, when you get right down to it, have one common goal. They want their business to be successful. However, all four of these groups have fundamentally different definitions of what success means. IT organizations and data organizations are about risk management and allowing the business to be successful. The business users and the marketers and the executive team are about business growth, executing initiatives that say we spent a nickel, got a quarter, generate shareholder value, et cetera, et cetera. Those two groups of people are fundamentally different in terms of what business success means. And that means that if you're able to sit back and say, these two groups of people that we need to collaborate with are all about defense. These other two groups of people are all about offense. You can't win a game without both. How do the four groups of us partner together to execute initiatives around data where everyone wins and everyone's philosophical mandate around business success is met as well, right? An example would be that, those tag management examples that I've shared. At the time, and part of the reason tag management was such a mess when it was originally rolled out is because the business users and the executive teams were the one buying the tag managers. They would sign on the line that is dotted. They would pick a provider they were interested in, and they would then throw tag management over the wall to their technology organization and say, I bought this, set it up. With very few exceptions, the IT organization was not involved in the decision-making process. They weren't able to plan for capacity. They weren't able to plan for requirements. They were just given a sophisticated platform and told, hurry up and get this going because we've got marketing campaigns coming. And that led to minimum viable deployments of tag managers, things that were done once for marketing but never considered as an asset that needs to be governed and maintained, and was the creator of a lot of those original problems. Organizations now where IT has a seat at the table, and not just a seat, but the ability to include their own requirements. So for example, marketing says, I want to get my campaigns, live faster. And IT goes, cool, we can do that. But it has to be done in such a way where we can also make the data more accurate and the site load faster and less likely to break. Good tag management deployments do both of those things. And in order to get capacity and support and buy-in from one organization, they need to have a seat at the table. Now, that doesn't mean that it's bedlam for a data initiative. And thinking about the cookieless world, there's a number of important initiatives around first-party data creation, owning your own data, refactoring your infrastructure that require all four of these groups, right?